Ready?
Ready.
All right. This is what I'm doing tonight, okay? I've got two New York strips. I bought 2 today. It's a lot for me to do. I bought 2 New York strips. I'm doing snow peas, zucchini, and squash. I'm also making homemade garlic bread. Okay, so I've got a lot of things going on here today. Okay, plenty of room for failure and plenty of room for success is what I say. Now, okay, I'm going to cut these. I've done these before. The garlic bread, I'm going to get it ready, get it staged, and get it ready to go. The garlic bread, and it won't take as long, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I use these regular canned biscuits, regular Hungry Jacks, and I cut them up into quarters for the garlic bread that I do. Okay, I'm going to try something a little bit different that I didn't. I'm going to, if I can possibly remember. Sometimes I get things on my mind, but when it comes down to doing it, I forget. But what I would like to do is put just a little bit of cheese on these when they're almost done. Okay, I'll put it on half of them, so Janice won't have to.
Parmesan cheese is awful.
I'll use. What about if I use mozzarella? Not mozzarella, not Parmesan. I'm going to put it on a few of them because they're not all yours, Janice. Man, you know I can't try nothing new, okay? Because all I catch is grief. Okay? I'm telling you, I'm going to do it. And I've got some garlic salt I'm putting on tonight, too. And if you don't like that, Janice, you can just put your little walking shoes on. And I'm going to send you up the road. I'll put it on half of it. Whew. I'm telling you. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stage these, okay? And get these sort of ready to rock and roll. All right? Now, I prepared I took a stick of butter. All right? 1 stick of butter. And I've garliced it. I used a regular garlic and regular fresh garlic, okay? That's what I've done with it. What we'll run into is it's just not getting garlicky enough, all right? But we're going to fix that. All right, I take these, once I cut these up, I drop these in here, the garlic, on the garlic bread. I just drop them in. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them a little sloshing around, okay? I do them just like this, okay? I give them a little bit of sloshing, okay? That's the way I do those, all right? Then what I'm going to do, I've got my little pan ready. I'm going to hit them. Doing this little garlic bread, and it looks like almost like a garlic knot, you could call it. I guess the difference between knot and bread is garlic bread is a long, straight piece of something. And I'm going to do I've got some other ideas on garlic bread, okay, that I'm going to do here in the next little bit. I just like garlic bread. I think it's pretty good, a pretty good thing to go with about anything. And I just like it, okay? And I've been off the carbs for a day or so, so all bread looks good to me. I'm not been like what you call a strict no carb person. It's not like I won't look at bread in the magazine or nothing. But I've not been having any biscuits in the mornings except for Sunday morning when I was out of town. Okay. So, got these around pretty good. Well, you know, what I'd like for you to do, if you can possibly mind your own business while I'm cooking, and just keep if you have comments, Janice, you can leave them in the bottom of the video, okay? Not while you're filming, okay? No, everybody can hear you in the whole world. They hear your slanderous remarks. Okay, I'm going to rub these around. Okay, these last few. Okay, now. And Everybody liked them when I fixed them the other day, Janice.
I just said they were very good.
You don't have to eat none of them. You can just sit in the corner.
Very good.
Okay. Awful lot of, okay, now I'm gonna hit these just a little hit more of garlic powder. Okay. And just a small touch of the garlic salt, because they need to be garlicky. Now I'm going to go ahead and sit these over here to the side. Just a moment, I'll put those in. Not going to put them in yet. Okay, now steaks. One thing I've done different that I didn't do in the past, and I really didn't know why I didn't do it, but I didn't do it. I make sure my steaks are at room temperature. Okay, a lot of people know that forever and they've always done it. Not me. And really, the reason why is I didn't know why. But I listened to a lady and she was talking about, she said, because it is a muscle. And she said it constricts, steak does. So you should always make sure it's at room temperature before you fix it. I thought, well, that makes a lot of sense. So I've got these two little New York strips. I'm going to hit them with a little bit of olive oil. Okay. Not much olive oil in my pan. A little bit. Okay. I'm going to do both sides of these, okay? A little pepper and a little salt. I don't over season my stuff because I think all you're getting, if you're not careful, is seasoning, and I don't want that. Only thing I'm going to use is a little bit of this Chicago steak. I'm going to give it just a little touch of the Chicago steak seasoning, okay? I'm going to hit it with just a little bit. And the other day, I used a little too much of another seasoning I had, and it made the steaks a little too salty, didn't it, Jan? Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't want that. I do not want them to be too salty. So hit it with a little bit of olive oil on each side. Okay, maybe I am. Okay. One thing I do, and I'll show this in a moment, I learned I do 5 minutes on the first side and 4 minutes on the second side on my steaks. I make sure that I cook them according to a time. I used to not ever. I used to just sort of look at them and wonder if they're done. But I'm not doing that now. Okay, steaks are ready. Okay, they're ready. I'm going to preheat my skillet to a medium high. Now, one thing also I'm doing tonight, I'm doing snow peas, zucchini, and squash. And I bought this already cut up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and steam these. I'm going to put them in steaming, but I'm going to steam them for 5 minutes. Hopefully what happens is I'm going to put these in, let these steam. Then when I get them out, I'm going to stir fry these. I've got a little bit of stir fry marinara sauce. I'm going to put on those, and I'm going to stir fry them once I get them, but I'm going to let them steam 5 minutes. I've got my brand new little steamer going back here, going pretty good. Okay, so the steamer's here. All right, steamer's going. Seems to be going pretty good. I could use a little more water, but I think that will cut down my steam if I do that. But I do need a little more water. Anyway, I'm gonna get, yeah, it won't last. I'll crank my heat up on my steamer. Okay, all right, I'm gonna start with the zucchini, snow peas, and squash. Okay, I'm trying to eat a little more healthy. I know you're saying, well, John, what about the garlic bread? And what about the other stuff? Well, I'll tell you what.
Single layers.
Yeah, right there it is. Single layers. Okay, right there it is. Okay? All right, I'm going to sit it there. It's going to take more than 5 minutes on this to steam, okay? But it's at 44, so I'm going to give it more than that because I started a little bit quick. Okay. All right, we got these ready to go. It won't take but about 8 minutes on the garlic bread, so I'm going to hold off on that. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to hit the steaks here. Now the steaks, what I've been doing, as I shared with you, I've been doing 5 minutes on one side and 4 minutes on side B. Okay? Now, I'm thinking about not putting a lid on it, but I don't want it to pop everywhere. You know what I got is I've got a little screen.
You did what the lady said.
What was that?
With the
Parchment paper?
yeah.
I'm going to put the screen over it because I don't want it to pop everywhere. Okay? It's going to take a little longer I'm going to turn this up on high and get that going. All right? Okay. I think I'm pretty close. Okay, here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and put the garlic knots that I got ready. I'm going to go ahead and drop those in the oven, sit those back, or should I give this 5 minutes? All right, I'm at 45 on it, 45 almost on this. It won't hurt for the garlic knots to sit just a minute, I don't believe. You know what would be good on this steak is this garlic butter probably that I've got here. I've already got it. So I have this garlic butter kit up. Okay, I've got my fan running. Okay, I've got this garlic butter that I've sort of put together. That might be really good. It's a garlic butter mix, melted. Okay, I've got my little fan going. I'm gonna crank it up just a hair. I apologize for the noise off of that. Okay, now haven't got my steamer up to steam yet. It's coming. I can hear it coming. It's going. This is going. 45 on that, so 5 minutes on that. All right, I'll be back in just a minute. Ready? Okay, steaks are on 4 minutes. I'm getting ready to turn these steaks over. I'm steaming the broccoli, squash, and snow peas. Okay, got those steaming. The reason why is I'm going to stir fry that in just a moment. Okay, but I want to let it steam some, trying to get them where they're sort of done, so when I do stir fry them, I don't hit them so hard. All right, I went 5 minutes on these steaks is what I've done. Now I'm using my little screen, okay, to do this with. One thing I've done is I dried my steaks. Okay, I dried them before I dried them also. Now the reason why you dry your steaks is so they don't steam. Okay, and that's one thing that the lady on TikTok that really learned me. That she said if you dry them good, because normally your steaks just sort of steam, and you don't want that. So I found I've had a lot better steak by not letting them, by going ahead and patting that thing dry first. I go 4 minutes on this side, then I'm going to put these in a plate and let these steaks rest. All right, so now let's go ahead and get the garlic knots going. Okay, here. All right, here's what we're looking at. Okay, I'm going to set it on 12. Okay, 350, 12 minutes. All right, these garlic knots, I showed you those, how we made those and got those going. Okay, so I'm going to hit those in, set those on 12 minutes, and we're going to let those rock and roll and see what happens to that. Okay, I'll be back in just a minute to share with you where we're at. All right, one thing I'm doing on the steaks, okay, like I said, I'm timing these steaks out. I used to never time out a steak. I just didn't. My grandson used to really get mad about it because he times everything out. He's right on the nose and stuff, but I haven't been. But now I've been pretty religious about it, all right? So on this, I've been 5 minutes on the first side, okay? Okay, 5 minutes on the first side. I garlicked them up again, garlic buttered them again. Okay, in there. So that, I'm going to let these rest really good. I'm going to go ahead and let these steaks rest, okay, and give them time. Okay, now while that's doing that, I'm going to bring this over. I've still got a few minutes before on the steamed vegetables before I want to do them. I want to give them a little bit longer because I want them to steam a little bit, so when I stir fry them, I won't have to kill them out. Okay, I don't want to burn them up. I just want to marinate them, stir fry them, and see how they do. So I'll be back in just a minute. Recording? All right, what I'm working on here is stir frying some zucchini, squash, and snow peas. All right, that's what I've been working on. All right, the reason I went ahead and I put those a little bit, I go ahead and steam them first, okay, because I don't want them, I want to make sure I don't have to hit them so hard. Now you could just steam them, all right, you could just steam these, it'll be okay. It wouldn't be a problem. All right, but I wanted to do something a little extra on these. What I have is a stir fry marinade, okay? Regular old Food Line stir fry marinade, nothing fancy about it, okay? I want to give it, a lot of times you use this on chicken if you want to, but I want to see, I just want to give them, because really when you get into it, zucchini and squash doesn't seem like it has a whole lot of flavor. Janice and I have discussed that several times. So we wanted to do them a little bit different. So right now, actually, it would be done. But we're going to give it a little bit, and we'll let it go before we put it out and put it in the container. Let it sort of, let it go. I'm going to bring it down on like a medium. And I want it to dry out some, but not too much. Because it's my first experience with snow peas. I think Janice may have fixed snow peas before. I haven't either. But I seen them in the store today and I said, well, snow peas. All right, let's check on these garlic knots. Okay. Looking pretty good. Now see, the reason I leave the butter in the bottom, I had discussed that with people in our production team. Okay, because they don't understand. They really don't understand cooking like I do. I'm like a cooking, as I've shared, cooking connoisseur. I understand the in-depth chemistry of cooking. Okay, so I do the greases. So I leave the butter in there so they don't stick to the pan, stick to the little thing so bad. I got it set on 4 minutes. I think I set it on 12. 4 minutes is going to be about perfect on that. All right, now let's take a quick peek at the stir fry. Okay, now stir fry coming along good. I'm very pleased with it. And like I said, we're using a little bit of this. I use this in marinade. Now that's the same kind of marinade. It's a stir fry marinade sauce that you could use on chicken or about anything if you just want to give it a little more taste and get it in there. I'm going to give that just another, I've got it running on a medium. Okay, so a few minutes, everything should come together. Be back in a minute. Ready? Ready. All right, garlic knots, about 10 minutes on these works out. At 350 works pretty good. Now my oven cooks just a little bit warm, okay? It's a little bit warm, okay? The other day I got them a little brown on the bottom. Okay, I got them just a little bit. These will continue just for a moment. I'm gonna hit them again with just a touch of garlic salt, just a touch. You won't even know it's falling off of it as we speak. Okay, now they turned out good. This is begin to be one of my really things I like to fix. All right. We'll slide these down, okay? These will slide down. Now, stir fry. Okay, my stir fry, I'm gonna get it ready here. Bring it over here. Now, what I've done, stir fried zucchini, squash, and now you say, well, yeah, you could just steamed it, and it would probably have been a little more healthy. I could have done that, but I wanted to try something a little different, okay, on these snow peas and squash, because like we shared, squash really doesn't seem to have a whole lot of taste anyway on anything we do. So So I don't know. All right. Pretty good shape right there. All right. I think this meal has come together. Be back in just a second. I'll show it to you on the plate. Okay, now stir fry zucchini, squash, and snow peas. All right. Now what I done to these, I steamed them just a little bit, about 5 minutes. Okay, I could have just cooked them right there and left them alone. Never had to do anything else to them. Ooh, it's a little hot on the bottom. Let me put it on this plate. Okay, so what I done was, I went with that and just done them like that. Squash, snow peas. My first experience with snow peas, I usually don't fix them. I know they're peas, but I just don't do it. This is, okay. Good. It's a little hot, but it's good. The snow peas I'm very impressed with. Okay. I didn't do a lot of garlic or things like that on them. I left them pretty much alone. Okay. I done like it. That's a success. I really like that. Okay. Snow peas, squash. Now, let's go to something that I like a lot. I've done these garlic knots. Okay. I showed you how I made those. It was very simple to make, very easy to make. They tear apart beautifully. We let Hungry Jack do most of the work. Okay. And a little more garlic to taste it. Okay. What I almost did today, it tastes very good. What I almost did today was get that garlic butter, herb garlic butter already mixed, and I could have put it in the pot and used it, but it was like $1 more.
I think you much garlic.
You can't taste the garlic as much as you're thinking. But what I could have done with that was just brushed it with that. Okay, because the whole idea with garlic is you want the garlic bread to be garlic bread. You want to be able to taste the garlic bread. And this is very good. Very, very good. Okay. Garlic bread, a success. Always a success. And you can call it a garlic knot, whatever you want to call it. But I don't know, I call it a garlic bread. All right, let's take a look at these steaks. Okay. The steak is, okay, the way I do these steaks, I do 5 minutes. Now, okay, that's about perfect for Janice. She's just it's just about right for what she likes. Okay, she don't know both of these are mine anyway. I didn't get her none, but anyway, this is. It's good. This timing it out thing is really something nobody ever told me about. That you could time it out. Caleb's the one that always jump on me. And then, you know, I'm bad about not measuring things, okay, or not remembering what I put in something. I have to look back and say, what did I do? Anyway, steaks are a success. These are very, very good. You just can't hardly beat them, man. That's perfect. Perfect steak, okay? It was $16 for these two. So that was a little bit of a stretch for me to commit to that kind of money. It was $16. This is 1.23 pounds. So I did it anyway. All right. Thanks for watching Cooking with John. I really appreciate it. Appreciate our new corporate sponsors. I'll be sharing that as we go along. I've got brand new corporate sponsors that are getting behind us, and we appreciate them a lot. All right. Well, thank you for watching Cooking with John. Be sure and like, share, and follow. If you're on TikTok, be sure and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, be sure and subscribe. If you're on be sure and follow if you're on Facebook. Subscribe if you watch it on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed it. This is just supper for tonight. It's plain and simple and easy to do. Thank you for watching Cooking with John.